YTD stands for Yeet is Bodger's Place, back and again with another video. And of course it is finally here, the Sonic Screwdriver Collection review. I'm not going to say the T word. It comes with 6 Sonics. This is about £70 on Amazon, and this is like the first review of it on YouTube at the minute, touch wood. Onto the side we do have an image of the TARDIS onto the distance, with the title Sonic Screwdriver Collection, Electronic Light and Sound Effects. There's 6 in the box and a 5 years and plus capture options logo there. Includes 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th/8th, 10th and /11th, 12th Sonic Screwdrivers. So you've got a great bundle there. On the back shows off what each one. And to me it looks like we've got the Day of the Doctor variant of the 10th Doctor Sonic, and a promo image of the 12th/11th Sonic with no button there, which is slightly weird. There's a button there, but there isn't a button there, so weird. But however, it is very nice to obviously see that they've actually used the Wave 4 promo image of the 3rd Doctor Sonic, but relation, it doesn't look exactly anything. Anyways, that's enough about the box. Let's crack it open and let's have a... Okay, the Sonics are out of the box, and let's have a look at the thirds. Now, I've tested them all and the looks seem to be okay. So we have the 3rd Doctor. This one's the original release version, but on the box is a Wave 4. But to be honest, I'm glad I've got this one. But there's one little nitpick. You can see that the collar has actually gone red onto its core, so that's a bit of a misfit there. But to be honest, it's no big issue for me. The bullet is actually pretty strong, as the burgundy colour one is actually flexible. This one's actually flexible, but it's more hard. Down here we've got a red section with the yellow line pattern going on, and then coming down to the bit where you hold it and the collar. It's got the standard 3 lines. Speaking of lines, we have the lightsaber look coming down here with the several lines going down to its base, where you can see the battery hatch with the screw in, and of course it has like this white little effect on there. On the bottom houses the speaker grill, and of course you've got like a washer looking thing there, and of course your legal stuff. So turning to features, it's got sounds. Pull down the collar, press it 3 times, press it 4 times, it's got that sound. So, great screwdriver, but very however you say it, not very accurate collar. But it's no big issue. You can go with it with a black marker pen or whatever. To be honest, we did hear that it was going to have the sound effects of the classic, but there's no classic on there. But to be honest, I'm not very bothered about the sound effects because I like the newer series sound effects. Moving on to the 4th Doctors, used by Tom Baker. Now this is the only one that has the War Doctor sound chip in it, which is very confusing. You can see like paint bleed and stuff down there, which is not very good. So the Tom Baker Sonic, I never had this Sonic before, but to me it looks absolutely brilliant. It's got like the magnet at the back, which you can see, nice little there. Silver paint job at the back. The bullet is more open and more big, and the collar is the same red. This time the pull section is now black, which is good. The collar is just basic grey, all that strips off now, and then we've got the lines going down here. It's actually got a metallic silver look to it, which I don't know if you can tell, but you can see there. The bottom has this like line effect as well. The battery hatch down here, and this is the using the War Doctor sound chip. And to be honest, it is kind of annoying and a letdown, because I would like for them sounds to be more, you know, hidden, like the usual sound effects, the 11th sound chip. So the Fourth Doctor Sonic is pretty good. It's got a great looking, accurate look to it. Again with a wash down there, brilliant. Now we're moving up to the Fifth Doctor's, which looks exactly the same as the Fourth, but it's got some minor updates. Basically, we've got the white section here, and of course the bullet on the end is now red, and it still matches on the inside with the burgundy look. The sound effects is using the 11th Doctor's sound chip, so which is brilliant. I like that sound chip. To be honest, it does have a minor few tweaks that could have done with it. The latency is a bit playing up, but compared to the Sonics, they're both the same, you know. So that's the fifth. Moving on to the 7th/8th, which was used in TV movie, to be honest. And of course, you have seen it. Now I've got about 3 of these, which is okay. So this time, there's a button on the collar, with, you know, the handle, instead of just pulling it down like you would do with the other Sonics. This one doesn't have a telescopic joint on it, it's just solid piece, plastic. The tip is actually solid, which is, no, it's actually rubber, but it's solid. So they've used a stronger section. There's no details on this one apart from the gold coppery band with the button on it, and of course the battery hatch, and of course there's a legal information on the bottom, but of course is on a flat base so you can stand it up. And another thing is, sound chip is 11th Doctor's. Press it 3 times, press it 4 times. So it's got that same sound chip as the others. Moving on to the 10th Sonic screwdriver. Whoa, is this the 50th anniversary variant? Yes and no. Alright, the handle is the same as the, go on my Sonic split, as the 50th anniversary one. War Doctor sound chip, but it's a lot quiet. So the paint is brilliant, but unfortunately the sound is very quiet. I don't know if you can hear it, but and already from sliding up and down, it's already gone loose on the slider, which originally it went like really hard, but now it's just like. And I wish character would have put a button on the handle. They still haven't managed to do it. Still got a black screw in there instead of the silver, so that's very annoying. So we've still got no release of the variant of the, you know, button on the slider. So yeah, that's the 10th. Overall it's great, but I'd hope it would have the, you know, button on the handle by now, because it can be done. Volkswagen 07 did it. And moving on to the 11th/12th. Now this feels like the 2011 release, because 1, it's not as loose on the claws, and 2, it just feels weird. So this is the new one that came in the set. This one I'll take the batteries out at some point. And already, once I opened this once, and already it's already gone loose. So that's very inefficient. Okay, so is the Proto Images got a button on there? It's got a button on there, meaning, of course. So it's your basic 11th Sonic/12th. The silver parts have got a slight update to them. It's not the usual silver. Hang on, where's the one I've got? This is the one I'm currently using. Now the paint's slightly different. and of course over time it will go glossy like this because you oil in your fingers does change. The emitter is the same, it's just got a bit of glue residue left on it, and still you can in fact see some glue residue on all of them, which is very cheap, like you can see there. So it's got a strong point on there, and then coming down to here you've got 2 buttons. Again, they've used why can't they just put the touch control or the single button on it? Because they can do it. We've seen it happen, the single button version. They can do it, but why put the original in? Because one, it's cheaper and it has low costs. But at least you're not getting a non-extended one again, so that's something. So well done, character, for not reissuing it over and over again. But it would be nice to see the single button version come into play. So again, it extends. The wires are so thin in there. So my phone's dying. Fantastic. And of course the white chronicle section, which is part of a radiator that they've used, is actually pretty white, unlike the one I've got is pretty yellowed. So that's pretty nice and white. So turn into features, pretty bright, and then extend it all the way downstairs. Press 3 times, it gives you that, press it 4 times. And of course, to change your batteries, you twist and pull, and 3 button cell batteries are already installed in that one. And again, you can see glue residue, it's so weird. So character's being lazy, but give them credit, we actually have a fair set. Now, something else I've noticed, the claws are more closed in on this one than it is on this one. This is the one I'm currently using. I've took the batteries out the others because I'm not using them ones yet. So overall, what do I think to this set? Well, it's good and it's bad. The good is that we've got a reissue of the classics again, but they've gone back to the lazy ways and literally they've reissued the first version of Third Doctor Sonic, and of course they haven't still figured out a new technique of putting the sound effects in. Now, I heard that it was going to have the classic sound effects and the original sound effects, but clearly character hasn't even bothered to do that. So overall, would you buy this at the price of 70 quid, and is it worth it? Well, it's up to you really, because when I saw it on Amazon I thought, nah, there's no way I'm going to get this because it's too overpriced. But at the same time, you got every single Sonic. Well, slash, not every single Sonic. But it's good to see a return of the classics again, which we didn't get into a wave, which is right there. My only small little nitpick is that character should have just really reissued them, but in a wave, not in a box set. I tell you what, I think that for 70 quid it's worth it, but I think it's still a rip-off at that price. But think about it, it's £10 a Sonic. You know, you got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It's technically 60 quid, but I paid £69.99 for it. 69. Anyways, so I would like to see an issue of the 13th / the second 12th Sonic, the Masters, Rivers, and the Sonic Pen to come into a collection box as well, because we don't really get the Sonic Pen on its own now, do we? So it would be very nice for Cap to obviously think of something. And to be honest, it is a great set, but due to demand, this is the only review of it. So subscribe today, and also like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alonzo.